What's going on, traders? This is Mike with Tactical Traders. Today is February the 24th, and we're doing some aftermarket scans right now. And right now we're looking at GME GameStop, and we're very familiar with this ticker. I feel like most of you are. And this has had obviously some huge attention in the last couple weeks. We've had pretty much a epic short squeeze all the way up to a high of 483, and then the pullback, the drop right back down to below $50. So a very interesting trade right here. And today we had a nice burst of volume, and as you can see, we had the price more than just 91 actually. It's right now after hours hitting a high, I believe of 200. Right now we can't see this in the after hours, but we're gonna go right down to a smaller time frame just so you can have a better look on that. Actually, let's go down even smaller since the ran happened at the end of the day. All right, so yeah, end of the day, huge volume coming in, pushing this stock up, and then after hours hitting that exact high of 200. So very impressive move. And to be 100% honest with you, traders, I was actually did take this trade today before after hours. A number of our members did as well. And we got in actually below 50, I believe at 48 with some $65 calls. And believe it or not, full transparency, I actually did sell my calls already. Way before we hit even the $90. I believe I sold mine for about 150% return. Looking back now, that would have been well over 3,000% return. But hey, you know that you can't always nail the top, especially with these crazy explosive stocks. But hey, what are you gonna do? I'm happy with the 150%. But it's definitely a tough pill to swallow when you're looking back and seeing these impressive moves. But anyways, back into the chart. So it's gonna be a little bit tough to go over this chart because we don't have too many data points up here in the highs previously. But right now we're just gonna highlight that area of 200 because that's gonna be a pretty obvious area. And then past that, I want to highlight this area right here, the 250. Now this didn't really act as too much resistance in the past, but it did act as support multiple days. And often when support is broken to the downside, it'll become resistance. And that's also vice versa for resistance being broken to the upside. It tends to become support. So we're going to still rule that 250 is an area of the next area of resistance on the chart. But going back down to that 5 minute, this is kind of what I'm going to go more of my my plan off of this. Because this is a very fast moving stock, I'm going to try to tone this down to more of an intraday trade. I'm not really feeling the overnight risk in this. However, you can still enter this trade. This is after hours, so let's go through it very quickly. All right, so right now I am looking at 130 being an area of past resistance, and then it broke out here when the increased amount of volume broke out, hit that 200 resistance, and pulled back to backtest that as support. So right now we have 130 acting as support in the aftermarket hours, and if we zoom up a little bit more, we have lower highs coming in from that high already made. And if you connect a few of these data points, you can see that we're starting to form a descending triangle. And what we're going to be looking forward is we're going to be looking for the price action to pretty much break one of these trend lines, either this bottom red trend line, which is going to be support, and we're going to change that to a green just so it's a little bit more obvious. So this green support down here, or what we're mostly going to be looking for, most likely going to see is this break past the yellow trend line, breaking out, going past the 150, which is another area of resistance. If you actually pull it up on this time frame, you can see it was acting as resistance support over here, and then resistance more recently. Excuse me. So we're gonna be looking at the 150 break with an increased amount of volume, and for our first price target on this, and this is gonna be more for the extended hours trading, is gonna be 180. All right, and then past that, we can shave off maybe half a resistance size, maybe 30% to maybe hopefully gain into future gains. But I do recommend trading this very carefully and taking profits, in the appropriate areas, using extreme caution and not too large of a size. All right, traders. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Helps us out a ton. Or subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Stay profitable until next time, and then keep it being profitable.